Hey team, a lot of you continue to be very interested in my weight loss journey, and I thought I'd give you a little update on that. When I started back in August, I think it was August 28th, I weighed 288 pounds. I think I was maybe a little bit more than that, but that was the last time I weighed myself on August 28th because I needed to go up in the air for a stool competition. Um, Today I weigh 218 pounds. So August, September, October, November, December, and 2/3 of January. Now, how have I done that? That's the number one question I keep getting asked. Well, in order to lose weight, you have to have a calorie deficit, right? And in my case, I wanted to have an extreme calorie deficit in the beginning because I wanted my body to go into autophagy because I think I had lots of cellular damage from abusing myself from eating so much. And so I was limiting myself to about 1100 calories a day in the beginning. Now that sounds pretty freaking extreme, but when you consider that I am only eating whole foods. I do not eat anything that is a prepared food, a packaged food, or anything like that. I eat lots of chicken, I eat lots of pork, I eat lots of ham, turkey, and then I eat lots of low fat and no fat cheeses and yogurts. For my fibers, I get that mostly in black beans, legumes, lentils. And my carbohydrates mostly come from rice and potatoes, things like that. But that's what I did in the beginning. Now I'm at about 2,100 calories a day. That's what I'm shooting for. And what I'm finding is it's actually hard to get that many calories when I'm not eating packaged foods. Like I'm eating all the time, it seems like, just to get 2,100 calories in a day. The other thing that happened was I have occasional bouts of bursitis in my knee and in my elbow. It's my left elbow and my right knee, which are extremely painful and make it so that you can't really work out. I also, about 6 weeks ago, got a stress fracture in my foot. And so for 6 weeks, I haven't been able to work out or really do any exercise much at all. I've been doing chair exercises and so forth. Today was my first day back to just a brisk walk. Tomorrow will be my first day back to lifting weights. And so what I've found is that unlike other times where I've worked on my health, I've been able to push through the temptation or the desire to use a bursitis flare up, a fracture, or anything else as an excuse to quit. In the past, I would just quit, but I just don't want to be the old guy that has to be pushed around in a wheelchair by my $120 wife. I feel like it's not loving, it's not kind to her, it's not caring to my children if I'm shortening my life by just being fat the whole time. So I've got some real incentive to not be skinny, but be healthy. For those of you that are asking, my goal in this the whole time, as far as my weight goal, has been 200 pounds. With the last 6 weeks having taken off of exercising, I feel like that's taken probably some muscle mass out of me. So I think I'm going to keep working toward that 200-pound mark, but it might be lighter. I might have to go a little bit lighter before I have enough time to build up the muscle mass to be at about 195, 200. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it naturally. I'm not doing it with GLP-1s. I considered GLP-1s, but did not want to spend the money on them. And then I just decided I have enough self-control that I can do this time. And so far, it has been great. And I've had tons of support from Kimberly and from the kids. It's been great. So if you are in that place in your life where you're feeling the same way I did back on August 28th, when I was so concerned that I was too fat to get into a competition airplane, whatever your reason is, you can do it.